Channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky, and today we are just doing a really chilled makeup video. I'm not talking a whole lot, just going through the steps, showing you how I got this look. I was also in the mood to do something very like cold and wintry looking, so I used the Colourpop Baroque palette and kind of created this really super smoky, dark, gray, winter's night, icy kind of vibe. I was doing this as an active meditation kinda, just to distract myself and kind of focus my brain because I was feeling a little bit panicky, and it worked. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, just hang out, we'll just be real chill, do some blending, and I'll show you how to get a super dramatic, kind of grungy, icy, cold, winter's night smoky eye. Just go ahead and keep on watching. Before you do, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Let me know if you want to see some more looks with the Baroque palette or the Ornate palette from Colourpop. Okay, on to the makeup. Okay, let's get started on today's look. I want to go for something very like wintertime vibes. Cool toned, dramatic, just very something cold and wintry. We're going to use the Baroque palette today from Colourpop. I want to start with the shade Bougie and bring that through the brow bone. Just real light. Kind of start the same way I did with the other look I did with this palette. I've primed my eyes already, filled in my brows a little bit. I tell you what, brow tinting is a game changer. I barely had to do anything with my brows today. I love that. It was so fast. It's like, I feel like I didn't do enough. I just have a little bit of lip balm on. It is the Little Ride or Die from e.l.f. This is the Cheeky Cherry, I think that's what that says. And it's kind of faded off right now. Put a little more on just because it feels good. I love these. This one has a nice little black cherry color to it, but they're pretty sheer. These feel very similar to the Agave lip mask from Bite. I think I'm gonna go into Etiquette next and kind of treat that as a transition shade, even though it has some silver glitters in it. I'm gonna knock the brush off quite a bit, and hopefully they don't get where I don't want them. And when knocking the brush off, I'm gonna knock off all the extra glitter. I'm just gonna start bringing that through the crease and transition. I'm just focusing that into the socket and crease and letting it blow out. I think I'll kind of build that just a little bit more. Starting in the socket and then building up, or letting it just flow out as there's less pigment on the brush. So I'm not seeing any sparkle from that shade because it's just blending away because it's suspended, you know, in a matte shadow. And that blended beautifully and very easily. Sometimes grays like this don't blend very well. They can be quite patchy and just troublesome. All right, next let's go into Baby. Bring that a little lower and towards the outer corner. I'm gonna do that on a smaller brush, 433 from Morphe, and just start kind of building it out here. Alright, I'm just gonna start to pull that through the socket as well, and let those colors kind of blend together. They're pretty similar, actually. Alright, I'm gonna build a little more Baby up. Just in the socket here. Blend out ever so slightly. Kind of the same placement as the previous shade, but just a little bit more concentrated. And then go back with my bigger brush, blend those edges. Let's do Stunner next on a smaller brush. This is a 456. Stunner's the darkest navy blue. I just want to kind of see what it looks like. Right out here, just to add some depth in into the crease. Ever so slightly, let that just all flow together. I'm just kind of giving a little lift to the outer corner. I think now I'm going to take a flat brush and go into Grand, which is the very sequinedy, dark navy blue, almost black shade. I'm going to pat that on the lid. This one, I do want the sparkles to show. If they don't, it's not the end of the world, but I would like them to show. But I'm going to go ahead and just get kind of a good base layer down of this color. And now I'm gonna go back to my little smaller blending brush, the 456 here. Take a little bit on the tip, merge that into the socket as well. I'm basically going super smoky. I'm gonna take my little bit bigger brush and just make sure everything is blended. There's no skippiness or anything like that. Now I'm gonna go with my finger and take the shade Grand and really try to pack those sparkles on. Oh, there they are. Yep. That performed really nice with the finger. Cool. I still feel like they could put these in like a Super Shock formula or something and they would just perform a little bit better. That's just me. Cool. I like that. I mean, it's simple yet really smoky and a lot, but it's not like complicated, you know what I mean? I think what I'm gonna do now is just make sure we are blended. Now I'm gonna clean up this fallout, do the rest of my face, pop on some liner, and then we'll be back to finish everything up. Face done, put on splashes, touched up the brows, and contoured. So let's go ahead and finish up this lower lash line and inner corner. On the inner corner, I actually want to take the shade Ritzy, which is that rose to green shifting duochrome. I'm just gonna kind of pack that on the inner part. I'm gonna pack it like right in here on this inner part and let it flow over a little bit into the lid shade. Yeah, I think this color would be pretty over a dark base. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and bring that on the inner part of the lower lash line as well. Kind of around the tear duct. I think I'll take just a little bit of Stunner, this little pencil brush, and run it along this lower part. Alright, now I'm going to take a clean brush, little blending brush here. This is a Morphe 506. I'm just going to smudge that out a little bit. Maybe we'll take a little bit of Bebe on that brush. Get a little bit more of Ritzy. Actually, I kind of want to put a little bit more of that shade on the lid, like right in here. I like the way that looks over that dark face. Let's try dampening this and see what it does. Now we're just getting reckless here. Okay, that's looking way cooler now. Oh, so awesome. Sometimes you just gotta get in with your fingers. I like how this shade has kind of a teal green shift in it. Definitely kind of amplifies a little bit of that grungy vibe, especially with the really blown out lower lash line. Take a clean brush. Just really blowing that out. And my fluffy brush, I'm just making sure everything looks blended. I'll brighten up the inner corner just a bit. I just did a little bit of like blending under there and cleaned up a little bit of the fallout and just dusted it away. But I'm gonna take my face highlighter. I'm gonna go with the Blossom Glow. I just feel like this highlight shade works with the palette really well. So I'm gonna take this on a pencil brush real quick and just really focus it right on the inner part. A little bit of Blossom Glow right there. Because the eyes were pretty matte. Alright, and for blush, I'm going to use the Vogue shade that is in the Dark Blooms collection. I was going to go in with like a burgundy lip. I feel like that would just be overkill at this point. Lay Down the Mobs from Wet n Wild. This is just a favorite lip liner. And this can go in my empties because I just finished it off. And let's take the gloss. The gloss is in the shade Panache. Yeah, I think that was the right choice. And some setting spray. Okay, and this is the look all complete using the Baroque palette and just doing something really, really dramatic and smoky because I felt like it kind of reflected my mood today. I just feel weird today and mentally. Yeah, I want to do something really cold, wintry vibes and very dramatic and dark. A winter's night in the tundra. this is the look all done. I'm having kind of a messy hair day, but whatever. Like I washed it, but it just doesn't feel clean. Like do you ever have that happen? Like you use a new shampoo or something, it just doesn't feel like it kind of works as good. Like if it's sulfate free or something, I feel like it leaves a buildup in my hair. I don't know. Thank you for hanging out with me today and watching me create this look. This was kind of just this is more just meditative for me doing this look today. So it was not a whole lot of talking and just a little more just going through the motions of the makeup because I needed to distract myself a little bit. I was feeling real panicky. So I was a little distracted at the beginning and just kind of not my usual spunky self. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and seeing how I got this look. If you want to see some more looks with the Baroque palette or the Ornate palette from Colourpop, let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.